Hey everyone, welcome back to another conversation between me and Adam Dare, owner of Own Your Fitness, right outside the New York City area. Yes, wonderful entrepreneur and inspiration, makes a difference with clients, and he has a very unique approach to things. So I want to make sure that we get a good understanding and a sound education from him because he is an inspiring person. So Adam, welcome. It's great to see you again. It's great to talk to you again.
Hey, great to see you again, Nelson. You look
Let's
well.
go right into today's topic. So we can't operate and have a well-functioning business without money. Okay, so let's talk about sales and marketing. So unless you're a volunteer, unless you're running a nonprofit, then that comes second priority. But for most personal trainers, we're running for-profit business. So Adam, when it comes to Own Your Fitness, how do you get PT clients?
So we've been in business for about 15, 16 years of personal training, personal development coaching, success coaching, and this space for a while. And the number one way someone within our industry, like a coach or a trainer or any business of any kind, any size, whether it's Amazon or Google or fitness coaching or mentor coaching, sales coaching, is if you give results to your clients, they're going to refer you to someone else.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's the biggest compliment any business owner can get. So me and my team, we get a lot of, hey, we've worked with this person got results, they transformed their body, or this person got great with sales success in their small business or medium-sized business, and they refer us out to someone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest one. The second one is we actually have very successful online Google marketing program. So what we do is we put a lot of content out on social media like Facebook and Instagram, us coaching clients and motivational content, inspirational content. But the key thing is Google has something called Google My Business.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Google My Business allows you to locally post content, and it's great for local SEO. So my
Mm-hmm.
market right now for in-person personal training is it the outer Manhattan, like the waterfront Jersey City area, and the lower Manhattan, the financial district, the Wall Street area.
Yeah.
So when people within that area look for top rated personal training services, we pop up.
Nice.
Then we also do a lot of content on Instagram and Facebook. And with Instagram and Facebook, you can market anywhere in the world. So a lot of people contact us from like Europe,
Mm-hmm.
specifically UK, other states, Connecticut, Florida, because they've heard what we've done, they've read the reviews and stuff. They're like, okay, can we work with you online?
Mm-hmm.
And our online personal training is legit. Like the way I'm talking to someone in person is exactly going to be the same way.
Mm.
So that's been working well. So that's how we get people.
So there's going to be primary now. That's going to be probably the top portions of the sales funnel. And listeners, when we talk about the sales funnel, you always want to get the widest reach, but you don't want to get everybody. You want to make sure that we're funneling all the way into the point of sales. So it's an actual system. There's a sales system that every personal trainer should implement into their own business. It saves you a lot of headache. And it also leads down to making sure you're getting the right clients for your business. So Adam, when we're talking about the process of it, what is the process that helps your business?
So I firmly believe, and I come from a generation like you and I have spoken,
Mm-hmm.
where anytime someone approached us for coaching, I got right in their face, in person, personal meeting, and I had an in-person conversation. I strongly believe it up to this day. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say someone contacts us through a referral or through Google My Business or through Instagram or through Facebook, or they heard of us. The
Mm-hmm.
first thing we try to do is actually schedule a phone call if they're not in person or within the demographics or the geographical area that we're looking to coach them at.
Yep.
Or if they are within our vicinity physically, then we try to meet them in person.
Mm-hmm.
So let's assume that someone's contacting me online. Me or one of my teammates will get on the phone and we'll schedule a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And our conversation is based around the care principle. So I came up with this a long time ago. I kind of figured this out. The
Okay.
care principle is C for care. Now, I can't emphasize enough on how you have to care about your customer, about your
Absolutely.
client. I mean, I call my clients my students. My
Uh-huh.
teammates call them my students. So I really, really take this to heart. Like customer obsession, you really, really
Yeah.
have to care. Once you care authentically and legitimately, the whole sales process is easy because you're going from a mindset like, look, I care about you. I want to see
Uh-huh.
if you're good,
Uh-huh.
right? So we care. Second, we ask what and why. As in, what is your goal? What is your challenge? What is it that you're trying to achieve?
Uh-huh.
What can I help you with?
Yeah.
And you have to be very, very specific. Now, this gets kind of dicey because, as you and I, Nelson, know, you being a trainer and a coach as well, that when you ask someone what they want, they'll say something. And then when you say, well, if it takes this long, would you still be doing what your goal is?
Mm-hmm.
And they change it, right? So
Yeah.
it's really a process of figuring out. And this is why I say you got to really care enough to get down to the bottom. Like you're having a conversation with a live human being.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So once we identify this, we ask why. Why do you want it? As in, why do you want to lose weight? As in, why do you want to build your glutes? As in, why do you want to transform your body? As in, why do you want to become good at sales? As in, why do you want to uplift your self-esteem, uplift your confidence, work out, buff up, diesel up, whatever your goal is? Why
Trying
do
to
you
get
want
to
to
the
get,
root cause.
you know that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to get in great shape for your wedding dress?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of the most excited special days of my life. That's why I
Yeah.
want to look good in my $5,000 wedding dress, right? So
Yeah.
it's a big deal. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then we resonate. Now, resonation means that I want to put myself in the prospect or the client or the student's position. I want to feel the importance of their emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I want to feel how much they care about their goals. Now, you and I are professionals. It's not about us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, you know that. You know that. And I want to make sure that I understand what's going on in your head.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
I put myself in your head. Oh, someone might question, well, I've never been this person. I've never been a gym person. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. How about I coach you on how to become a gym person step by step,
Yeah.
one step at a time.
Yeah. It's approachable. It's empathic. You generally care, and you want to work within their comfort zone, but you also want to coach them and offer them the appropriate level of support that works. Speaking to, resonating with their why.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I always start with care. Then I go to explaining the process. Okay, so we've established what the goal is. We've clarified with intense clarity what they want. And they're clear that that's their 100% goal. I talk
Mm-hmm.
about the process. It's going to take 2 to 3 strength training workouts. It's going to take a specific diet or nutrition regimen that I can help you design, or one of my teammates can help you design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's going to take 30, 40 days for us to stick to something 3-4 times a week, and then slowly build you up to 5 times a week. Or if you can only do 2 times a week, then you manage expectations. You say, well, let's see if you can only do 2 times a week. Why don't we postpone your deadline date to 60th day versus the 30th day?
Yeah.
Right. So that's where the gentleman or the lady is actually getting real and authentic with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once the explanation is done, okay, that's when I say, okay, when can you start? Because I'm ready to help you. I'm 100% ready. Can we start as soon as possible? Because I genuinely care about seeing them happy, about seeing them healthy, about seeing their self-esteem go up, about seeing their confidence go up, about seeing their stress level come down.
Yeah. I think that's great. I think it's, yeah. I want audiences to know that as personal trainers, as fitness professionals, as working successful professionals, we have to deal with a lot of stereotypes. And one of the stereotypes in our industry is that give the few bad apples in the industry, we're shown as heartless. Like we want to sell people and Instagram is all about us. When generally speaking, there's a lot of personal trainers who have that fine balance between having the hard skills of understanding the sciences, but we also have a high emotional intelligence too. Main reason why we got into the profession was we want to make a contribution and help people live their self-actualized healthiest selves. We generally care. We generally want to get into the emotions and help you succeed. So I think this outline really reminds audiences that there is an emotional component to the career in order to be successful. You can't just be Instagram and social media is all about my body. And if you want to look like me, get this six pack, buy my products, right? No, personal trainers are this fine balance between science as well as being your coach, as being your support network, and really making you feel successful within your own skin. We really generally want to do that. Anna, your secret to success, how did you get to where you are right now? And is there a secret? Ask that.
That's a great question. I get always asked by everyone, younger trainers, people that are trying to up their game in sales and learn the process, what my secret to success is. I always go back to one thing that I've always asked. Why is it that I'm doing what I'm doing? And that's really, truly the secret to my success. And if the answer is, I love seeing people being inspired. I love people being motivated. I love to feel people people feel strong and confident and overcome challenges, whether that's a set of push-ups, a set of squats, or a client objection in the industry of sales, or develop a small business and that small business becomes your livelihood. I mean, that's a huge success when your small business becomes your livelihood.
Yeah.
So many people. I mean, we're living in the gig world right now, the gig culture, the small gigs, the side gig culture right now. We now have an opportunity to turn our side gig into our livelihood.
Yeah.
It may be your goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only if it's your goal, right?
Yeah.
So for that particular reason, I'm happy. Because I love to see people develop themselves and get inspired. That's a lot of fun. I mean, look at the Rocky 1 and the Stallone and the Rocky 6s and the 5s and 4s. He's inspiring and motivating people.
Yeah.
Right? So you and I are inspirators.
Yeah. Yeah. We give it, we're givers. We generally like people. We want to help. From the bottom of our hearts, we want to help.
And the other thing I want to leave you with is, in the business of people, the business of coaching, and the business of sales, the more you give, the more you get.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you might get from the same person, the same source, but the universe will reward your intention. So if your intention is genuinely to help the person in front of you, and then at the end of the day, or at the end of the conversation, if it comes down to when you ask them, when can you start, and you're out of their budget, then just say, look, I'm happy to help you. Give them some sort of resources like your Instagram, your Facebook, and then there'll be someone else that would be a better match for you.
Oh, yes. That's a great reminder. Yeah, don't get discouraged with a no, because you're putting positive energy out there. You're generally you're making a contribution. Who knows? Opportunity can literally just fall in your lap. But I think that is a great reminder about sales. I want to make sure people don't get discouraged with this. Just keep giving. Just keep doing it.
Absolutely. And one more thing, because you actually spun my wheels a little bit.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening with salespeople, you probably, because you're a self-aware individual, you probably can resonate with what I'm about to tell you, is whenever you find someone to who you don't fit their budget, salespeople who are new at this get discouraged. And they start going into the system like, oh, I'll never make it. Oh, it's coaching is too expensive. Nobody wants to do it. You start going into that. But I tell them this: remind yourself, why are you doing it anyway? If you're doing it because your genuine intention is to help someone, to uplift someone, to help them grow and improve the quality of their life, That's the best gift you can give someone.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Absolutely. Adam, this has been a wonderful, beautiful conversation because usually when we talk about sales and marketing and processes, it can be dry and you have to go through your steps of overcoming objections and closing the deal, and because it takes out the humanity out of sales. And I'm glad that we had this conversation because it put back the humanity and reminded us of what we do as a living. We want contribution, we want to provide fulfillment. We want to make a difference with people. So standing in that mindset and having that and a tangible system in front of you, audience members, this is the path to success. You have to make sure it's in your why, but you have to have the proper sciences and the mindset and come from a place of why you're doing this for anyway, having your why. Adam, thank you so much for the wisdom, for the tangible system. How can people get in touch with you?
So very simple. My website is ownyourfitness.net. So just punch that in Google and my website will pop up. Instagram is own_your_fitness. Facebook is Own Your Fitness with a lion logo, the red lion logo, that's your business logo. And LinkedIn, Own Your Fitness.
Wonderful. Audience members, reach out, all right? Thank you again so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Nelson.